In the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Ever-Merciful, and all praise and blessings of Allah be upon all the prophets and messengers from Adam alayhi salam to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. My brothers and sisters, inshallah, we'll continue with the Friday ceremony or khutbah summary. The last time we talked about the last Jumah khutbah summary and we learned how we can understand it. Inshallah, this Jumah I'm going to talk to you about the summary of the Jumah. The topic of this Jumah was about Qiam Al-Lail. Qiam Al-Lail in Arabic means praying during the night, voluntary prayers during the night prayers, as some people can call it. So we talked how important Qiyam al-Layl is for reviving our hearts, and how important Qiyam al-Layl is for refreshing our minds and refreshing our hearts and our souls to be a better Muslim and to live our lives accordingly. So I structured the khutbah in a way that can make it easy for everyone. So for example, I structured the khutbah in the way that what are the benefits of this Qiyam al-Layl, and what are the losses that we are going to lose if we lose Qiyam al-Layl or if we don't practice Qiyam al-Layl at least in a periodical points, and what are the things that can make it easy for us as Muslims in this life to do Qiyam al-Layl. So let me start with the first thing, the benefits of Qiyam al-Layl. So the first benefit of Qiyam al-Layl is Dukhul al-Jannah. And if you observe the Quran very thoroughly and very in depth, and also if you observe the Sunnah and the sayings of the Prophet Muhammad, that you see a varieties of pieces of advice. Why? Because the people are different. We are created different. Some people have different capacity than other people, and that's the beauty of it. That, for example, you see that the Prophet ﷺ, one day someone came to him and told him, "O Rasulullah, O Messenger of Allah, tell me about the best deed that I would do that I go to paradise." He told him, "As-salatu ala waqtiha," praying on time. Some other people come and say that the Prophet, which deed is the best one? He said, like for example, birrul walidain, being good to your parents. So the varieties of pieces of advice to fit the people. So I told my congregation when we were studying that, when I was giving the ceremony, I told them in Islam you will find something for yourself. Some people like to go to paradise. That's the main focus. You will see this in Islam. You will see some people, I do want to go to paradise as much as I want to stay away from hellfire. Like for example, one of the Prophet's companions, his name is Huzaifa ibn Yaman, came to the Prophet and told him, "Tell me, Ya Rasulullah, tell me, O Messenger of Allah, about things that can make me stay away from hellfire." So he told him, you see also people that they want to be spiritually revived. They look for the spiritual aspect of it. And the majority of the people, like some of my brothers and sisters who care so much about spirituality, you see this in Islam as well. You see also people that their main focus is just to see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the main pleasure that they want to be with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You see this also in Islam and the Quran and the Sunnah. Also some people, if some people would like to be loved by Allah, they need to be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They love the beauty being with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You see also this in Islam as well. Some people would like to be close to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You see also from the Islamic literature as well. So some people would like to be with their families and their friends and the people that they love. You see also in Islam. So when I was explaining Qiyam al-Layl, I told my congregation that you will find something for yourself, and that's where we're going to apply this in Qiyam al-Layl on Friday. So I explained Qiyam al-Layl. The first thing is the benefits of Qiyam al-Layl. So what are the benefits of Qiyam al-Layl? The first thing is Dukhul al-Jannah, entering the paradise. And that's from a hadith reported by Ibn Habban wa Abi Na'im. The Prophet Muhammad was asked by a person who came to him and told him, "Tell me about a deed that I can do so I can go to Jannah." The Prophet told him that if you want to go to Jannah, أطعم الطعام أطب الكلام وصل الأرحام وصلي بالليل والناس نيام. So it's very careful with whatever you say, be nice to people. أطعم الطعام, feed the hungers. The third thing, صل الأرحام, make sure that you have good relationships with your relatives. وصلي بالليل والناس نيام. That's what the Prophet said. That's for the people who want to enter paradise. Some people want to stay away from hellfire. That happened with one of the great Sahabas, great companions of the Prophet. His name is Abdullah ibn Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhuma. He one night was having a dream, and then he found that two angels had taken him to hellfire, and then when they came closer, they stopped, and then one angel warned him in a way or another. So he reported this dream to his sister, the wife of the Prophet, Hafsa bint Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhuma. may Allah be pleased with her and her father, she told the Prophet about Abdullah ibn Umar dream. So the Prophet told him, رحم الله عبد الله ibn Umar لو كان يقيم من الليل. May Allah have mercy on Abdullah ibn Umar if he has some portions of his life or some portions of his day to pray during the night. So that's for the people who are looking for that. In the name of Allah, the All Merciful, the Ever Merciful, and all praise and the blessings of Allah be upon all the prophets and messengers from Adam alayhi salam to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My brothers and sisters, inshallah, we'll continue with Qiam Al-Lail. We stopped the last time with two things, or two benefits you are going to get from Qiam Al-Lail. The first one is Dukhulul Jannah, entering paradise, and the second one is staying away from hellfire. So what about the people that would like to be mentioned before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You will find this as well in Islamic literature. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whenever a person wakes up during the night, prays to Rak'ah, wakes up his wife, these people, and they pray to Rak'ah, they will be mentioned min al-dhakirin Allah kathiran wa dhakirat. They will be mentioned from the people who remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in multitude, and whether males or females. That's for the people who are looking for this thing. Also, Qiyam al-Lail is a rahat lil-nafsi wal-qalb, which means it's a relief for our hearts and our minds and our souls. Why? Because look at it. Qiyam al-Lail means that you're waking up during the night, everybody else is asleep, everything is quiet around you. It helps us to focus. And if we focus, we achieve the sincerity of our religion, which is one of the four definitions of the word Islam: sincerity, peace, surrender, and submission. So if we achieve that, that helps us to relieve. Try it. Trust me, try it. I'm telling you as one of the people that are struggling so much with this as well, and I'm trying to do it. So try it and see exactly how it works. Qiyam al-Lail is really powerful. It's really powerful for the people who like to be relieved from a lot of depressions and a lot of things like that. You are with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by yourself. Cry to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala what you want. Discuss things with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Live with Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks to you through the Quran. Read the Quran. Qiyam al-Lail is really relief for that. That's that's the fourth benefit. The fifth benefit from Qiyam al-Lail is Jabrun al-Kasr, Farida, which means what? Which means that when you do Qiyam al-Lail, you replenish or cover up or make up what you missed during the obligatory prayers. All of us know that we have 5 prayers a day, and we pray these 5 prayers a day. Nobody can tell that they focus in the 5 prayers a day 100%. So I would claim that as our prayers should affect us, our life affects our prayers in a way or another. Why? Because when we go to prayers, we get affected so much by obsession with a bunch of things. Like, for example, my work. Am I late to my work? Or my kid is sick? Or I need to go do shopping for this, or I need to catch the train, or I need to do that. So our life is being a factor in our prayers, and it affects our prayers and distracts us from focus so much. And that's okay as long as we struggle for this and we will fight to overcome that. But nobody can guarantee that 100% of our prayers 5 times a day, 35 times a week, almost 140 times a month, we focus in the 140 time prayers. That does not practical at all. And that's the point of that. The point of that if we focus in our prayers as much as we can, and then we focus in the sunnah and we do voluntary prayers, we can focus, we can replenish what we miss in our prayers. And that's by hadith of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ when he said, أول ما يحاسب عليه العبد يوم القيامة الصلاة فإن صلحت فقد أفلح وأنجح وإن فسدت فقد خاب وخسر ثم يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى للملائكة يا ملائكة انظروا لعبدي هذا هل له من تطوع فينظر في تطوعه ويقضى به فات من صلاته. Which means that the first thing that will be judged accordingly is salah. If you do it right, that means you're already one of the succeeding people, and if you do it wrong, that means you are one of the losers. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will replenish your prayers with the voluntary prayers. So replenishing the prayers through the voluntary prayers is very important, and replenish the prayer through the night prayers, which is voluntary, which is at the top of the voluntary, as the Prophet Muhammad said, أفضل الصلاة بعد المكتوبة الصلاة. hadith reported in Bukhari, that the best prayers after the obligatory prayers is the salah. So that helps us to replenish it. And inshallah, we'll finish with the last benefit you will get from prayers. The last benefit if you get from prayers is unknown. What? How is it unknown? The Prophet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us about it. It's unknown. It's guess what? Expect it. Just you'll be surprised by it. How? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Al-Jasiyah, describing the righteous people, تتجافى جنوبهم عن المضاجع يدعون ربهم خوفا وطمعا ومما رزقناهم ينفقون فلا تعلم نفس ما أخفي لهم من قرة أعين جزاء بما كانوا يعملون. Which means what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was describing the righteous people that they leave the beds. تتجافى جنوبهم عن المضاجع يدعون ربهم, supplicating themselves to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala خوفا وطمعا, out of fear and out of love and out of need from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. ومما رزقناهم ينفقون, and they pay from wherever we bless them with and what we have bestowed upon them. فَلَا تَعْلَمُ نَفْسٌ, what are these rewards? What are these people's rewards? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the next ayah, فَلَا تَعْلَمُ نَفْسٌ مَا أُخْفِيَ لَهُم مِّن قُرَّةِ أَعْيُنٍ. No soul, no person knows exactly what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has hidden for them. من قرة أعين. قرة أعين means that when you see something with your eyes and you feel happy with it. Like when you see something very beautiful, all of us say, MashaAllah, that's something very beautiful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that you're going to see something that your eyes will be relieved and be happy by seeing it. فلا تعلم نفس ما أخفي لهم من قرة أعين جزاء, as a reward بما كانوا يعملون. So that's the last benefit you will get from prayers. There are so many other benefits, but I will stop at these benefits. So to wrap up everything, we said دخول الجنة وقاية من النار, enter paradise, stay away from hellfire, replenishing the obligatory prayers is a sign from the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's a relief for our souls and our hearts. It's something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will mention you from the dhikrullah kathira wa dhikrat. It's something that its reward is hidden by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So do not think of the reward, think of the one who hides it for you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the greatest, hide it for you. So you expect from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the greatest reward ever. And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam advised us of Qiam al-Lail and said that Qiam al-Lail can do 5 things. He said, عليكم بقيام الليل فإنه دأب الصالحين قبلكم. It's a character, stay away, stick to Qiam al-Lail. Try to do something in Qiam al-Lail. إنه دأب الصالحين قبلكم. It's a characteristics of the righteous people before you. منحة للمعاصي. It's something that helps you to eliminate ma'asi and sins and do mistakes. تكفير للذنوب. It's something that helps you to erase the sins. It's قربة إلى الله عز وجل. It's something that brings you closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala عز وجل. إنه شفاء للجسد, أو something that helps your body to be revived and your vessels to be active all the time. So my brothers and sisters, Qiyam al-Lail is really beneficial for us. And it's something that we really need to put in our consideration as we are trying as much as we can to feed our bodies. We need to feed our souls, and feeding our souls is from 5 prayers a day. Qiyam al-Layl, it's really powerful, and it helps us to center our faith towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What are the things that can make it easy for us to do Qiyam al-Layl? The first thing that can make it easy for you to do Qiyam al-Layl, have that good intention for it. If you didn't do it today, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you for it. If you didn't do it tomorrow, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward for you. If you do it once a week, it's fine. Have the good intention for it. Have an intention, because we will judge for our intentions. We're not judged for our actions. If we do our best and it doesn't work, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't care about that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cares about our actions. And that's what we need to be worried about. That's the first thing. The second thing, that take it easy on yourself. So don't say, okay, I was convinced by this guy's talk, and then I'm going to pray 20 rak'ahs a day, every day. Take it easy on yourself, take a step in yourself. أفضل العمل ما دام وإن قل. The best deed ever is something continuous, even if it's small. So try to keep it continuous, even if it's small. 3 times a week. Do Qiyam al-Layl. Another thing, do you have good opportunity before you wake up to Fajr? Try to wake up to Fajr and pray 2 rak'ahs before Fajr. That's Qiyam al-Layl. Pray 2 rak'ahs after the Sunnah of Isha before you go to bed. That's Qiyam al-Lail. Before you go to your bed, pray. So let's start with something like this that can make it easy for us, so we can keep going and building up according to this thing, and that can make it achieve more and more and more. Another thing that helps us look at the benefits that you get from Qiyam al-Layl. Look at the things. As humans, we like to know exactly what I'm going to get from that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala understood this. He created us. He told us, you're going to get tons of things. You're going to get tons of benefits. So try to focus on these tons of benefits. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make it easy for you. Also, do not eat a lot before you go to bed. Because eating a lot, they make us sleepy a little bit. And they can stop us from Qiyam al-Layl. So that's what we have. That's what we discussed in Jumah. I hope I made it clear for everyone. I know it's a struggle for the speaker more than even the audience, but it's just I don't want to stop this to myself. I'm sharing with you my struggle. I'm sharing with you the things that we can understand from Qiyam al-Layl, the things that we learn from Qiyam al-Layl. وجزاكم الله كل خير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.